Okay, so today we're going to be looking at something kind of different.
Yeah.
A story.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, one of our listeners sent in this great story called Princess Mahnur and the Magic Garden.
Okay.
And I thought it would be really fun to kind of take a look at it together.
I love it.
You know, it's got everything you could want in a fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
A brave princess, a fearsome giant, a magic garden, you know,
right.
with wish-granting roses.
Oh.
Some helpful animal friends along the way.
It's so interesting how these classic fairy tale elements still resonate, you know? Like even as adults, I think there's something timeless about that struggle between good and evil and you know, facing overwhelming odds and just the idea that, you know, even small acts of kindness can make a difference.
Yeah, so the story starts with Princess Mahnur hearing about this magical garden that's been taken over by a giant. Now, this isn't just any garden. It's said to have these legendary golden roses that can grant wishes.
Interesting.
So Mahnur, being, you know, the courageous person that she is, decides that she's got to do something about it.
It's interesting, right? Because it's not even really about her. You know, like her motivation isn't like selfish. She's going on this quest for the good of her whole kingdom.
Right.
It speaks to a different type of leadership, you know, one that's really about like service and responsibility.
Yeah, and on her journey to confront this giant,
Yeah.
she encounters an injured eagle
Okay.
and a deer that's stranded by a river. She doesn't just like, you know, pass them by.
Yeah.
She stops and helps.
Wow.
She even like, you know, uses some ointment on the eagle's wing.
What do you think that means?
What do I think that means? Well, it makes me think about that.
Yeah.
Recurring theme we see in a lot of folk tales and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
The idea that being kind,
Right.
even to creatures that seem insignificant, can really, you know, have a big payoff down the road.
Totally. I think it taps into our human desire for a just world.
Yeah.
Right? Like the idea that you know what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Or, you know, our actions have consequences.
Yeah, and sure enough,
Yeah.
those acts of kindness come back in a huge way.
Okay.
Because she finally reaches the garden,
Yeah.
and there's the giant,
Uh-huh.
this like intimidating figure,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, God.
trying to scare her away.
Right.
But she doesn't back down.
Yeah.
She's ready to face him.
But she doesn't have to do it alone, does she?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The eagle that she helped swoops down and attacks the giant's eyes.
Oh.
And the deer, remember him,
Yes.
he uses his agility to like trip the giant up.
Wow.
It's almost like the story is telling us that we don't have to face our giants alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes help can come from the most unexpected places.
I love that.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
So they defeat the giant.
Uh-huh.
The garden is free.
Yeah.
Golden roses are blooming everywhere.
Beautiful.
And Mahnur gets to make a wish.
Ooh. What does she wish for?
But here's the twist.
Okay.
She doesn't wish for like riches or power or anything like that. She wishes for prosperity for her entire kingdom.
Wow.
I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
If you were in her shoes
Yeah.
and you had the power to have anything you wanted,
Yeah.
would you make the same choice?
That's a great question.
It really makes you question like
Yeah.
what true leadership is all about.
Right.
Is it about what you get for yourself,
Yeah.
or is it about what you give back to others?
Such a good point.
So of course the kingdom is overjoyed.
Right.
Everyone is celebrating Mahnur's bravery and her selflessness.
Yeah.
It becomes a story that's passed down through generations,
All right.
reminding people about the importance of courage and compassion.
And that's exactly why these kinds of stories, I think, are so powerful.
Yeah.
They give us hope
Yeah.
that good will win out in the end.
Right.
You know, even when things look really bad.
Even when it seems impossible.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Princess Mahnur and the Magic Garden,
Yes.
what do you think is the biggest takeaway for our listeners?
I think it really challenges us to look at our own lives. You know, how can we be more like Princess Mahnur?
Right.
How can we cultivate that same courage and compassion? You know, do we show kindness to those around us, even in small ways? And when we face our own giants,
Right.
whatever they may be,
Yeah.
do we remember that we don't have to go through it alone?
That's such a powerful thought.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into Princess Mahnur and the Magic Garden.
of course.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.